Hi, hello, and welcome to another video. My name is Ege, and this is In Between Books. So guys, today we're going to be starting a reading vlog, and it's going to be a 24 hours reading vlog. And this is not the one where I try and read from like a specific time to like the next day. It's the one where I time myself and actually try to read for 24 hours. And yeah, I don't have any particular books lined up. I'm just going to let the spirit of mood reading take over, and I read whatever in these 24 hours. And yeah, hopefully this turns out to be productive. And I'll see you when I have an actual update. I just came to introduce the vlog. Bye. This reading vlog, it has been like almost 2 days, but I've read 8 hours from my 24 hours, and I'm here for an update. So for the Heart Principle, which is the first book I picked up for this vlog, I did not go far. I only read up to chapter 4, that's page 26, and then stopped, and then I started reading and listening to an audiobook. So that's what I actually read for the 8 hours. But for the Heart Principle, so basically the Heart Principle is about Anna, son who is a violinist, I believe, and she's currently in a slump, and she's unable to get past a particular part of her, I don't know what they call it, but the I can't remember the word, but she can't play basically. Like, she's very popular now. She became, I think she went viral online and became really popular, and since she became popular, she has been unable to play her basically. She's trying to like figure out her career and also her long-term, like, I don't know, but her boyfriend decides to break up with her because according to him, he wants to see other people to know if she's the right one to marry, and whatever else the young man was saying. Hold on. Oh, this country's hot, I'm tired. Basically, she's just like in that mess, and she's trying to figure out herself. And then we have Kwan, who is just recovering from an illness, and his friend, who is the program, and his friend is like encouraging him to, you know, go out and mingle with people. And Anna also, because she's angry with her boyfriend, she decides to go out also and like having one night stand with any man she meets. So far they haven't met so far. Like, where I've gotten to this book, they haven't met, so looking forward to it. But I was working out and making like dinner, and I needed to listen to something, so I started listening to an audiobook. And once I started the audiobook, I could not stop, so I had to drop this. Anyway, so the audiobook that I started listening to was Perfect Peace by Daniel Black, and that's like most of what I read, and I finished it. I ended up giving it a 3.5 star. And Perfect Peace is a young girl who, at the age of 8, after her birthday, her mom tells her that she's actually not a girl, she's a boy, and she's going to start living like a boy now. That's everything I'm going to say about the book. And my goodness, this story, I don't know what to say, honestly. Like, a lot of things happen, messed up things, honestly. Initially, before I read this book, I thought this book was going to be about an intersex person or a trans person, but it's actually not. But what happens was just something else. Anyway, this story is about the Peace family and how they come to terms with Perfect's identity after Emma Jean, who is the mother, reveals that Perfect is actually a boy, not a girl, and that because she was very desperate to have a girl child, like she has 7 children and so far 6 of them were boys, and she desperately wanted a girl. And so because she desperately wanted to have a girl child, she decided to lie to everybody and to Perfect also that Perfect is a girl. And yeah, so it was really good too. So I highly recommend, like, if you come across this book, Perfect, please, I think you should read it. It talks on themes of motherhood, of identity, gender roles, and also like just society's perception of what gender is, and also how like people will believe what they want to believe. Like it doesn't matter if it's the truth or not, it's what they want to think that they will think. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I ended up giving it 3.5 stars. I really liked the way the book ended there. So at some point Perfect changes his name from Perfect when to Paul. So at some point Paul was somebody that, because of the swift, like the fact that his life was basically turned 360 at the age of 8, he was someone that really struggled with himself. But the book ended on a note of like hope, like, and it didn't end with him like being this person that has fully come to accept himself, but there was hope for him in the future. Like I could see that okay, this person may still struggle a bit, but along the way he's going to find himself. So I love the ending. Girl, I have gone like, I'm more than 70% into this book, and all I can say is that right now it's a mess. Like everything is a tangled up mess. So I can't obviously get into the details because of spoilers, but Anna is, like, in the simplest of terms, the best way to summarize this babe is that she's a people pleaser. So her relationship is just in a very scattered state right now, and she's like trying to figure out the best way to keep everybody happy. That's her problem. She's trying to still keep everybody happy when she just needs to scatter everything. Like at this point she just needs to be like, to hell with whatever everybody thinks and do what she wants. But obviously she's not doing that, and everything is just a mess. My goodness, I honestly am kind of dreading the third act breakup, like the point when everything blows up. I'm dreading it, but I'm also looking forward to it. A good part of this book is about her dealing with being like the youngest child in her family, where she's supposed to just listen to what everybody says and do what everybody wants, and like she's not supposed to have an opinion on anything because she's the youngest. So what does she know? And she's supposed to just be quiet and respectful and listen to her elders. So she's like dealing with that. And I also like that the intimate scenes in this book between Kwan and Anna, like they are just so, I don't know what to use, but oh, I just enjoy seeing them together. I think that's the best way to put it. And they're just so vulnerable with each other, and it's just so pleasing to see them overcome their struggles together. I love it. I'm really enjoying this. Like honestly, this book may end up being 5 stars. I'm just having a really good time.
Waited for so long for someone to call my own, counting down the days, wiping the tears away.
I finished The Heart Principle, which I ended up really enjoying. I think I want to give this like a 4.5 stars. I truly enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this story. I think what I just found really refreshing about this story is how this story was not tropified. It's like not to like throw shade to recent romance novels, but a lot of new releases I see these days are just like the book is basically just the trope. That's just everything about it. And honestly, just reading a story where everything isn't just around like easy grumpy or sunshine, fake dating, enemies to lovers, friends, like this book is more than just its tropes, which honestly I found very refreshing. Anna is this type of person, like in the most simple terms that I can think of. She's a people pleaser, but it's obviously it's more complicated than that, but she's a people pleaser basically. And she struggles with saying no to people. She struggles with standing up for herself against her family, because these are people that she loves and wants to be acknowledged by. So it's a struggle for her most of the time, but she kind of learns to stand up for herself and like tell them no and tell them how she actually feels about certain situations, which I love. Another thing about this book, like one of my biggest takeaways, like learning to love people the way they want to be loved. Because with Anna's family, we see that okay, yeah, it's obvious because they're family, obviously they love each other, but the way they treated her and like the way they dismissed her most of the time, to them it was for her own good. They loved her and that's why they're doing different things. But because of the type of person she is, she did not, like, Anna needed to be loved in a certain way, and her family was not willing to do that for her. So yeah, I just really appreciated that. I also love Kwon. He's such a sweet soul. I adore Kwon so much. Oh my god, it has been long since I had a book boyfriend, but honestly Kwon is a strong contender. I love that man so much. I truly enjoyed this book and I would highly recommend. And we're starting this book now, so hopefully this will be the last book for this vlog if I finish it in the time it takes for the 24 hours to finish, because we're 15 hours now. I actually found the audiobook for this, so I'm listening to the audiobook while also reading this. And yeah, this I've only read like 3 chapters or so, and it's very interesting so far. So Finley Donovan is killing. It's about this single divorced mother, and she has 2 children. She's freshly divorced. She has to take care of her toddlers. She's a writer, but she's not making a lot of money, and she has bills upon bills just piling up. And her ex-husband is threatening to take away her children, like take custody of the children. So she has to find a way to make money first, so she can be able to like take care of herself and her children, so they will not be taken away from her. And while she's discussing with her agent on her next book, the woman sitting beside her at the restaurant thinks that, because she writes romantic thrillers, the woman sitting beside them, that's her and her agent, thinks that she's a killer, like a hired killer, that kind of thing. And so the woman hires her to finish her husband. And so she's now grappling with this moral dilemma of should she do it, should she not do it, because the woman in question offers her like a large sum that will really take care of her problem. So I'm at the point where she's like trying to decide if she should do it or not, because clearly the husband is frankly, the word will not miss him. That's all I'll say about it. But so she's just trying to grapple with committing, so it's just interesting to see. I'm actually curious to see how this will turn out, and hopefully I'm hoping to breeze through this book, because it just seems like something that I will just keep on reading, because I'm enjoying it so far. So I honestly can't wait to see how this book unfolds, and hopefully I'll come back for an update later. Hi, so I'm here to wrap up this vlog. So I finished Finley Donovan is Killing It. I actually finished it on my way, after the last clip you saw. I didn't finish the book on that day. I was actually traveling the next day, so I finished it on my way. And while still on the journey, I still had time, I think up to 4 or 5 hours left for the 24 hours to be up. So I started another book, which is The Chandler Legacy by Abdi Naisman, and I'll talk about that really soon. I actually My 24 hours was up, but I was enjoying the book, so I just finished it, and I just thought, why not talk about it in this vlog? But anyway, back to Feeling Donovan. So actually it was a really fun read. I really enjoyed it, and honestly I'm going to read everything in this series. Highly recommend. It's like a fun little cozy mystery with an amateur woman sleuth. It's a really good book. Highly recommend. Then I read the Chandler Legacy. Read and finished the Chandler Legacy, although based on the 24-hour reading vlog, I didn't go far, but because I was on a journey and I was really enjoying the book, I just finished it. Okay, so the Chandler Legacy is about 5 students, and they are all in a writing group together, and this book mainly centers on their friendship and how like they navigate being in this prestigious boarding school. They are all from different backgrounds. Some are rich, some are poor, some are on scholarships, and they all have like their own individual problems that they're like trying to sort through, but it mostly centers their friendship and how they help each other navigate being in this school. What I like most about this book is that it highlights like bullying and how in institutions like in this school or like in the education, like just like in the academic space or just any space in general, you see that there are systems that help protect. I wouldn't necessarily say protect, maybe like enable perpetrators of abuse or like predators, but most of the time these places, like these institutions, fail victims. Like they have systems that enable abusers to thrive. But yeah, that was basically it, and I really enjoyed this book. I truly did highly recommend. It's a wonderful book. It's a YA book, has queer characters in it, and yeah, I read 4 books during the course of this 24-hour vlog, and I enjoyed. Honestly, they were all really good books, one way or another. I read The Hard Principle, I read Perfect Peace, then I read Feeling Donovan, and finished up with Chandler Legacy. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this vlog, and I hope to see you in my next one.